Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the Catalyzing Change Week, and especially to our session today in multi-stakeholder-led systemic change in education. Please, before we start, remember to keep your video on always if you can. Unmute when you speak, rename yourself based on your name and organization, and raise your hand in any case. Also, add to your chat who you are, where are you coming from, anywhere in the world, and what are you hoping to gain from the conversation today. Thank you so much, and please, Donnie, please the moderator today, take the floor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Dia, you first.
Okay, thank you, pardon me. Everyone, welcome once again to the session. We are from Indonesia, so today we are going to discuss with our speakers here. There's Desi and Heru and Nikki, and also the session will be moderated by Doni. So before, this is already said by Cindy before. Please, if you're just joining, kindly share in the chat room who you are, your name and organization, where you're logging in the world from today, and what are you hoping to gain from the conversation today. So I think we can start right away. Doni, are you ready?
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Sure. Okay,
Okay.
So over to you, Doni.
Okay. Yeah, welcome everybody to Catalyst Change Week. It's great to be here. This time we will discuss the topic multi-stakeholder-led systemic change in education. I'm Doni, who will be the moderator. I will open our session by introducing the speakers here, and I'm gonna let each speakers to speak for about 8 or 10 minutes, and then invite you to participate in the discussion. So as said before, you can participate from the chat box during the speaker's presentation, or you can raise your hand in the Q&A section later after the speaker's presentation. So we will discuss this topic from the perspective of our honorable speakers. We have 3 speakers today. First, we have here Desi Aliandrina, PhD from Sociopreneur Indonesia. She is the founder of Sociopreneur Indonesia, also the head of Kampus Merdeka Mandiri, and the national chapter of UNESCO EENet, and also the co-chair Catalyst 2030 Indonesia chapter. And the second one, we also have here Heru Wijayanto from Universitas Internasional Batam. He is the operation manager of Sociopreneur Indonesia and the manager at Kampus Merdeka Mandiri also. And for the last one, but not least, also we have here Dr. Niki Prastomo from Universitas Multimedia Nusantara. He is the Dean of Faculty of Engineering, Multimedia Nusantara University, and also the manager at Kampus Merdeka Mandiri. So for your information, they are all the actors behind the initiative that we will discuss this time. So from them, we will get the first-hand stories about the efforts to transform education system in Indonesia through multi-stakeholders collaboration. So please give them a virtual round of applause. And now let me share a little background and key points for our next discussion. Well, Indonesia, through the Ministry of Education, has a long time worked hard to transform the education system in Indonesia. Many strategies have been done all this time, and lately in 2020, the ministry began to introduce the new policy called Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka, MBKM, which promotes practical and holistic learning in higher education. And trust me, it's not an easy policy to run at first. We have so many challenges, but now it's going better and better. So this session we will share one of the key success factor on this policy. We call it multi-stakeholders dialogue. So we will discuss on the role of multi-stakeholders in accelerating system change on education, which happened to be designed and initiated by Desi Aliandrina here and team. Applause once again for them. And we will go through the three main questions for the detail of this initiation. So the first question is, why did the government issue the policy? What is the urgency? What is the impact? And this question will be answered by Niki Prastomo. And the second question is, why is it important and necessary to involve multi-stakeholders in this policy to achieve educational transformation system as a system? And there we will talk about who is involved and how can it help the transformation. This will be answered by Desi Aliandina. And the third question is it's very interesting, are there any success stories of this multi-stakeholder collaborative project? And this will be answered by Heru Wijayanto. So our core objective here is to learn about the Indonesia's education system transformation through this one initiative. We call it the multi-stakeholder dialogue. So without further ado, let us hear from our three speakers, starting from Niki Prastomo, and then Desi Aliandrina, and the last Heru Wijayanto. So please, Niki, the screen is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pak Dodi, for the introduction. Okay, everyone, very nice to meet you all. My name is Niki Prasomo, and I would like to answer or provide an answer about the policy of Indonesia in Indonesia education system. The Merdeka Belajar, just now Pak Dodi mentioned about the Merdeka Belajar, or we call it the emancipated learning, is a movement and also a concept implemented by the Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology. This kind of a new way of learning provides freedom and also boosts the creativity in all components of education, starting with the students, with the teacher, the schools, and also universities to create a quality and relevant learning process. And this Merdeka Belajar focus on educational transformation through four aspects: infrastructure and technology, policies, procedures, funding, and also the curriculum. This transformation was realized in 26 episodes. Actually, we have 26 episodes, each of which contain different themes and also policies. Specifically for the scope of higher education, in 2020, there's a program, we call it Emancipated Campus, or in Indonesian language, we call it Kampus Merdeka. So because it is part of the Merdeka Belajar movement, so the program is known as Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka, or we call it MBKM. This Kampus Merdeka focusing on four policies. First is regarding the opening new study programs, and then simplifies the higher education accreditation, and then the ease of becoming a legal entity of state university. And the fourth one is the right to study 3 semesters outside the study program. Then the policy that brings a specific national concern is the policy number 4, actually, because it's affect the majority of higher education institution in Indonesia. And for this policy, the thing that the form of activities that outside the classroom include internship or work practice, student exchange, teaching assistants, research assistants, humanitarian activities, entrepreneurship, independent project, community empowerment, and also military service. Okay, next slide. The improvement to improve the quality and also the competitiveness of higher education institution in Indonesia, as well to ensure that the national education goals are achieved, the ministry also designed a performance measurement system to evaluate the performance of higher education institution in Indonesia. These KPIs are based on 3 main qualities: graduate, curriculum, and also lecture or tutor. In this context, the KPI function as a tool for evaluating higher education performance, measuring progress that has been achieved, and also improving higher education performance. From these three categories, 8 KPIs were used. First is the graduates get the decent jobs, students are earning off-campus experience, lecturers are being active outside the universities, practitioners teach at campus, lecture achievement and also innovation are utilized by the community and also recognized. And then cooperation between study program with the international level partners, collaborative and participative class, and also the international standard study program. Next slide. After looking at the existing policies, what needs to be seen more clearly is the questions why. Why have these policies been developed? Many studies show that there are challenges facing by the higher education system in Indonesia. Mostly, the pressing issues is regarding the problem of irrelevance. What business or non-business world needs is not yet in line with what the academic world has prepared. Uniformity in thinking, lack of practical skill, lack of decision-making skills, lack of problem-solving skill, and also lack of character quality are the crucial findings for the graduate who shows an inability to adapt to changes. Based on the data from the International Labour Organization through the ILO stat, of around 150,000 workers in Indonesia, the match between work and also their formal education only 45%. On the other hand, many global studies show that in the future, the skills needed will not be separated from the changes and also the dynamic of the global world. So it is very crucial to transform from the education for school to education for life. So given this background, Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka was born as a form of transformation that could overcome this irrelevance condition. However, what we need to emphasize is that the MBKM's approach does not dismiss the entire old education system. Instead, they aim to play a pivotal role in optimizing the system. The goal is to ensure that the graduates are not just knowledgeable, but also equipped with skills and also attitudes that are relevant to the real challenge of their life. Back to you, Pak Doni.
Okay, thank you, Pak Niki. That was very interesting. Yeah. Okay. We now know that the policy is going to answer the problem irrelevance and the 5 challenges in education system in Indonesia. So we're gonna move to our next speakers, and we're gonna answer the question that why MSD, why multi-stakeholders dialogue. Okay, without further ado, let's welcome our next speaker, Desi Aliandrina. Please, Desi, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Andoni. Hello, everyone. Pleasure to be here. And then continuing what Niki talked about, why Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka, then I give a background about why we start to have this strategy. Actually, in 2022, and then I joined with the Ministry of Education with the mandate to normalize the MBKM, Merdeka Belajar, by 2024. So we have 3 years to amplify the impact of the policy and make the Merdeka Belajar is not only belong to the Ministry of Education, but that will be owned by everyone in the system. So today, I'm going to talk about that one. So with that kind of mandate, the one that come into our mind at the beginning is who responsible for the educations? then we come up with, if we want to make all stakeholders involved and contribute to improve the quality of educations, then we have to start who responsible for the education. And then our answer is education is the responsibility of all. So this is very interesting when we start from this one, because so far when we talk about the working life, the employers, they are in the state of waiting of the graduate. So we designed the change. The MBKM, Merdeka Belajar, reshaping the paradigm. So we integrating the employers and then make them actively participate in the higher education. So if you look at here, if the students in university, they want to become they want to become interested in education system, so they work directly in the schools. They also work with the project directly with the community, with the industries. So so those place where the students can learn not only in universities but directly in the stakeholders. So next slide. So that's why, because we believe that MBKM is make students can learn in all areas of life. They can directly learn in a business world, they can learn in industry, they can learn in public sectors, they can learn in the society directly, because there are 9 programs and activities where the student can involve. But that for up to 3 semesters, they can learn different areas, because the interdisciplinary is a key of Merdeka Belajar. We want the students to explore beyond their discipline. So if you look at here, the way of we try to engage the stakeholders, the government, business, academia, is mean like it's not higher educations, but like secondary schools, research center, community, media, professional, and donors and funders. Then we want them to step into the shoes of higher education and then run the functions as higher education institution by providing space for the students to learn. And all, but the question is why they want to involve. So okay, next slide. So we start to have introduced what we call it multi-stakeholder dialogue. This is the strategy to intervene it, to make them want to involve. Is like we make all stakeholders sit together and find a common starting point to establish collaborations. So if you look at the beginning of the policy, that's stressed into students and also the lecturers or professors, but less stress into the stakeholders. So when we use this kind of strategy, when we sit together directly with the stakeholders and asking what is they want to achieve through the educations, then we come up into the common goals. That common goals become a starting point to create MBKM project. So the MBKM project become relevant to anyone. So actually, we already designed it in 2019, but we amplified it into the national education system. So if you look in, if you look into these figures, you can see we introduced multi-stakeholder dialogue in 2022. And then it doubled the numbers of students can involve in MBKM project. And I want to highlight here, before we can say that 90% of MBKM project financed by Ministry of Education. But since we introduced the MBKM Mandiri, we call it Mandiri because that autonomously run by universities on also stakeholders, then we introduced multi-stakeholders as a way to create the project that financed by all stakeholders involved. So we doubled the number in 2022 from 259,000 to 5,065,000 students can join with the MBKM project, because that opened a lot of opportunities, because a lot of projects created all over Indonesia. And in 2023, that's also create more opportunity for students, because there are 7,000 students involved. And you can imagine only in 2 years, more than 1 million students can join with MBKM project, but not financed by the government, but financed by stakeholders. And this year, our projections that we can reach at least 1 million students can join MBKM project that financed by stakeholders. And by 2023, this is the numbers of stakeholders involved, because everyone now MBKM is for everyone. Before it's like for students and for universities. Now everyone feel okay, MBKM, that's not only for the Ministry of Education, but also for us. So that's how we amplified it. So next slide. Yeah. And this is the impact. Because in 2023, in 2022, we start to engage the stakeholders. 2023, then we start to create a project that directly contribute into the national priorities. So by 2023, the total numbers of students since 2021 involved in MBKM that financed and initiated by multi-stakeholders, 1.5 million. And we create more than 11,000 projects all over Indonesia. Then last year, we contribute into the national priority agenda. 22.3% of the projects relevant and contribute into the national priority agenda. For example, zero stunting, that reduce the extreme poverty, and then improve the quality of life people in the village, in rural areas. One village, one product. Later, Heru will talk about that. So what I mean in here, we want to, you can see the amplifications of the Merdeka Belajar start from wanting the student have experience outside campus, but then the students can contribute directly into the national priority agenda. And start from Ministry Education initiative, and now Merdeka Belajar belongs to anyone in Indonesia, and because they want to contribute to improve the quality of education. Thank you. Back to you, Danny.
Well, thank you, Desi. So the classic problem of project funding in conducting learning outside the classroom can be solved by this initiative. And this initiative not only solve problems in the world of education, but also social and humanitarian problems in Indonesia, through project that suit the regional needs or the national priority agenda. Okay. Now, this next talk also will be interesting. We will listen to the story of how multi-stakeholder dialogue can produce a collaborative project, which not only affects the education system, but also, as I said, all aspects of life, even answering the social problems in Indonesia. Please welcome Herwi Jayanto.
Okay, thank you, Donny. Hi, everyone. Glad to be here. And from the Donny, Nikki, and also Desi, we can highlight the two keywords. The first one is about how is the MBKM can be relevant for anyone. How to higher education can be relevant for the stakeholder, for the academies, for the business, for the government, and also the society. And the second one, how the education is the responsibility of all. That's the key about how to make the collaboration, the project. And before I share about the one of the best practice in Indonesia, maybe I will give you some illustration for Indonesia for everyone. Maybe you never come to Indonesia. Indonesia, I think, is one of the big country. Yeah, we can maybe have about 17,000 island, and also we have about 38 province in Indonesia. So that's why the Ministry of Higher Education, we have defined we call the RIDT. That's the Higher Education Service Institute, divided to 17 the region in Indonesia. And this is for the example about the one collaboration project from the one region in Indonesia. This is the from region in the Sumatra Island. Next day, yeah. This is the case about the perspective. Sorry, before. Okay, this is the project which we call the UMKM Merdeka, or this focus about how to development about SME in Indonesia. This project initiate from the APindo. APindo is the Indonesian Employee Association, and also from the one region RIDT Indonesia, Higher Education Service Agency. This is the region 2, who focus in the 4 province in Sumatra. They are South Sumatra, Bangka Belitung, Lampung, and also Bengkulu. Yeah, and what's the interesting in here is about the all the stakeholder in here. They try to find the needs about the potential need about the stakeholder. For the example about the SME, they try they find that the SME need the assistance. Yeah, they need the mentoring from the from the mentoring from maybe from the professional, maybe from the other SME about how to develop their business. And the other side, there is the need from the student and also from the higher education, especially about the field laboratory. Yeah, because the student and also the higher education, maybe from or the lecturer, need how to implement the theory about the knowledge in the class, and then they want to implement in the society, maybe in the environment. So the all the stakeholder in here, they find the initiate in here. So they call they make what about one program they call the UMKM Merdeka. This is the focus about the SME development. The focus about this program is about how to develop the collaborative effort, yeah, from the APindo and also from the local government. Yeah, they try to align the priorities from the multi-stakeholder, and not only about the needs and also about the challenge from the multi-stakeholder. The priority also to support the SDGs. Like you can see in the slide, there are 10 priority SDGs in here, from the SDGs number 1, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 8, number 10, number 11, number 12, 13, and also 17. And also relate with the circular economy, so they want to make an impact for the society and environment, especially for the SME. And the result about this program, we have some the impact, like you can see next day. You can see this is the effect about the impact about this program. You can see it's not the bigger number, yeah, but also for the 4 province, this is the good way. It is good the initial the project. For example, the number 1, this project can improve the quality about the 45 SME is in this region. The 45 SMEs here focus on the fashion, focus on the service, focus for the agriculture, and also for the environment. And for 35 from the 45 in here, they have the access to the funding. Yeah, this program to foster the SME to can eligible for funding access, so they can improve, they can develop their business. And then number 3, from the 35, the SME, they can make a new online marketing channel. Yeah, and also they have the 10 improve their existing marketing strategy. And for the 100 from the 45, the SME, they can make about the 158 product. They have the stock keeping unit that help for the inventory and also sales tracking. And the good news about this program is also they can increase the revenue for the SME from the 700 million to be 1.5 billion. So this is the achievement. But this impact cannot be done uh, cannot be done because there are some support about the collaboration they call heptahelic. Uh, they, they they get the support from the government, they get support from the business, they support from collaboration about the academies, from the community, from the media association, and also about the bank. So this is the collaboration about the heptahelic. And I think this program can be a solution about the Indonesia, because it can answer the minimum maybe about to answer the problem in this country, how to make develop about the SME for in Indonesia, how to make the improvement about the student, especially about the hard skill, soft skill, and also the mindset, the entrepreneurial for the student, and also about the lecture. And can you imagine if this project can be duplicate, can be had in the all region, in the all area in Indonesia. It can be impact to the economy in Indonesia, can be impact to the government, can be impact the society. So it's not only that, the student can also can get more relevant with the industry. So the student can get more hard skill, soft skill, and also can get mindset about how to be the future entrepreneur. Yeah, I think that's all. I will back to Tony. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you very much, Pak Heru. Wow, okay. Yeah. Now we will go to the discussion sessions. I invited you to raise your hand to participate. You can or ask question, or you can also comment or share your experience about this topic. Please introduce yourself and where are you from before you ask the question. Thank you. Okay.
If I may ask a question.
Okay. Please welcome.
Yeah, hi. Hi, this is Abhijit from India. A wonderful presentation and very interesting insights shared by all of you. Thank you very much. I'm also like, I think one thing, like, given that I work in the education sector and now at the forefront of AI, one thing I missed out is how is like, how are you looking at the influx of AI technologies in the education sector, and what are some insights that have come across in terms of both like from the positive and negative sides of it?
Hmm. Okay. Maybe we can wait for one more question, or we can straight to the answer. Okay. Anyone? One of you of the speakers want to jump in this question? How is the AI technology in education? Maybe Nikki, maybe.
Okay, thank you, Pak Doni. And so thank you, Mr. Abhijit. Okay, yeah, regarding the AI, it's a very challenging topic also from the education point of view. Have the good things and bad things from the AI comes from, because the students also will be get more help if we use the AI. However, there are some challenges as well. But in the curriculum point of view, in my perspective, that we need to put the AI as one of a competence or a skill. We need to provide the students to learn AI, not only to make AI, but how to use AI. So the AI skill is very important. If they are after they graduate from the schools and then they graduate from the universities, they will go to the business world, and probably they will need AI to help their work. So as educators, the curriculum should provide the track how they can learn AI for to help them during their work after they graduate. So we need to put the AI skills. We know many concepts that being developed, how to introduce AI in the education. One of the concept that we use in my university is the pair concept. P is coming from the problem, A is the AI. So the lecturer need to design a problem statement, and then afterward the student need to find being given give the opportunity for the student to search out all the AI that the AI tools that can be used, and then they interact. We provide the opportunity for the student to interact with the AI. We provide them the guidance also to facilitate them to learn about the AI, and then reflect finally. So the student try to focus on the reflection point regarding that AI, why it helpful, what is the plus, what is the minus from that AI. So that kind of competence is very needed is very useful for them later on after they graduate. Well, we know that some ethics issues also happen, so all of the academic world also focusing on that as well, so we can guide all the students how to use AI optimal. Thank you.
Interesting. Thank you very much. Would like to chat further on this. Maybe we'll connect with you on LinkedIn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we have question in the chat box. I have two questions by Asha Murphy. How do students or others get started in the MBKM program? And also, how can the non-academic facilitators join to deliver activities? Okay, Desi maybe?
Yes, thank you so much for the question, Asha. For the one is, we have two programs actually. So one is developed by, provided by Ministry of Education, that what we call MBKM flagship. And another one is MBKM that we just talking, we just shared just now, that's MBKM initiated by stakeholders. So the one, the flagship, because it's, so the government is in 1 year, there are now they have 5 programs where the students, they have their own schedule where students can apply directly into the platform. And then there will be some stages that have to followed by the students, then until they can they become, they rewarded by the flagship programs. So for example, like ISMA is the program where the Ministry of Education sends students up to 4 months in abroad in different universities around the world, and that very competitive program. So this one that I want to highlight, the flagship program, that's that competitive and cannot cover all students in Indonesia. So that's why, like in 2022, the government start to because they cannot finance all, then how to make MBKM belongs to any stakeholders. So that's why initiated by MBKM Mandiri. Mandiri is mean independent and autonomously run by stakeholders. So in that one is the program initiated by stakeholders. For example, Central Bank of Indonesia, they have their own MBKM program. Apindo, like what Heru said, that also they have their own MBKM program that open everywhere all over Indonesia. So in just last year, we have more than 11,000 project MBKM where students can apply for that. But because it's not like flagship program that nationally you can get the information. This one, the information, it goes directly into LLDT. LLDT is the one that Higher Education Service Agency in 17 region in Indonesia. So they will distribute the information to, because Indonesia have more than 4,000 higher education institutions. So it's so how to reach all of them. This service agency will distribute information if there is an open information about MBKM Mandiri. Because that 11,000 programs, then how can you know about that one? So that's we have a channel of informations. So we want to make sure the information about MBKM can reach all over Indonesia. And not all of university, they will check for the information online. So that's why we use the conventional way where they can come into the these agencies and ask about the MBKM program there. So and how so if that's about the information, and how professional can involve. Professional can involve because we have, if you want to work involved in the flagship program, there are one program for professional, we call it praktisi mengajar. Praktisi mengajar is a professional teacher where the professional teach in university. The practitioners teach in university. Then so the government opened that, then professional can apply, then there will be selection, interview and everything. Then you can, after that, you can teach in a university. And another one is through MBKM Mandiri or independent MBKM. That one, if as the professional, you can create and involve directly into the project that create in all over Indonesia. For example, like, if you are, for example, if you are teachers, you want to involve in the project. So for one project in West Java, where they involve with the secondary schools, then the teachers can involve also as according to what they the skills and expertise. So there are a lot of ways to involve in Indonesia because so many projects, but the one that I want to highlight here, the project that a flagship program that you will apply directly into the Ministry of Education. But the project created by stakeholders, then that you will get informations about that through higher education service agency in each region of Indonesia. So that's my answer, maybe. Thank you.
Thank you, Desi. Okay. I'm sorry, everyone. Sorry, Betsy, I missed your earlier question. The question is intrigued that this initiative started during COVID. Yeah. How did that impact where everyone not allowed to go anywhere and yeah, maybe Heru maybe or anybody?
Okay, maybe I will try to answer that question about the that start during COVID. How did that impact? Like Desi and Nikki said before, this regulation start in 2020. This is the start from the COVID in the world. So I know this regulation maybe is not the maximum because there are some COVID in the world, and the program in that years 2020 and also 2021 we are focused about how to develop some program in the online. Yeah, we can make exchange student via online, exchange student from the one university to another university, and the other one is about how to like she said before, about how to ask the practitioner and also ask the professional inside to the class, yeah, teach in the class using the online and video conference. And we can also about how to make social program, how to make the video education, maybe for the example about for the kindergarten. And we are still on focus and then online, but after the COVID, now we are focused about to make the program and make the activity fully offline. Maybe Paniki, you can answer answer the question.
Okay, thank you, Pak Heru. Thank you also, Betsy. Yeah, in 2020, the MBKM started by the ministry, and from the campus point of view, from the faculty point of view, one of the preparation of this program, the MBKM program, is the curriculum design. Many campuses, including my campus as well, are taking advantage of this isolation period during the COVID. So we work on the preparing of the foundation, relaxing the curriculum, because we have to provide a semester, or not only one semester, but 2 semesters actually, to have the student can get out of the campus. So all the courses distributions, all the assessments, rubric, we need to through again. We need to review it first thing first. So in my experience, during the COVID, basically during the 2020, we use that time to relax our curriculum, to restructure our curriculum. We make a network of for the collaboration. We do the online activities first, and then 2021, after the pandemic is getting lower, so we can start do all the offline activities. I think that's another point of view from the COVID condition. Thank you.
Yeah, Nikki, maybe you can answer the next question from Betsy. What is the approximately percentage of online or hybrid versus in-person teaching learning?
Well, during the 2021, probably most of our activities starting with the online, and then middle of 2021 we start the hybrid. Most of the classes be starting to offline this maybe in 2020, early 2022. So approximate percentage of online or hybrid probably during the 2020 mostly is online. In Indonesia, we still have the pandemic, so it's mostly online, 100% online, I think, during 2020. After the 2021, yeah, mostly it's hybrid, 50-50 for the online and also for the offline.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, anyone else? Okay, I still have one more question for the speakers. What is the future state that we aim? How do you envision this collaborative effort will transform the education system in Indonesia? Maybe you can take turns to answer this. Okay, Desi first.
Okay, I will start first. So the current design that we aim is in our team, what we want to achieve is like how we envision. So actually, Indonesia have a really the visions of Indonesia Emas, a golden Indonesia in 2045. And amongst the 4 visions that we want to achieve at that time, and 3 of it related to education. And then what we want to achieve, because we know that we only can accelerate the change and transformations in education system if all stakeholders work together to improve the education system. But if you just put the educations in the hand of Ministry of Education, in the hands of education institution, it will not go anywhere. But if we work together, then 2045 is not impossible. So now the ambitions of multi-stakeholder works. What we want to this year is very ambitious missions. Actually, we have a target. At least we can contribute to 45% of national priority agenda. And according to our last year and the last 2 years experience, it will work, because like this is the second quarter of 2024. We already get a lot of commitment from local government all over in Indonesia. Then we hope that a fresh, how to say it, there's the ammunitions to reach our ambitions this year, to align, to contribute to the national priority agenda. Then by next year, we hope that we can attract more, and we will start to look for collaborations, not only in national level, but also in international level. And then we want to bring international stakeholders to involve as well to improve the Indonesian education system. So that's how I envision Indonesian education.
Thank you, Desi. Okay, Nikki, please.
Yes, thank you, Pak Doni. This MBKM is initially it focused on students, but after we try to figure out how these things could be normalized, finally it come to the some kind of conclusion that it's not only for the students, it can be also transform our national our nation. So it's not only for students, but it can transform worldwide, not worldwide, but the wider area. So the awareness of this concept need to be need to be provided to all stakeholders, all people, all students, all higher education in Indonesia need to find out that it can be useful not only for the student but also for the national transformation. So I'm looking for the impact from the higher education in Indonesia. What can the campuses, what can universities in Indonesia provide something for the Indonesian nation? I think that's the vision. Through MBKM, there should be something bigger, not only for the student, but also for Indonesia, coming from the universities. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Well said, Nikki. Heru, please.
Okay, maybe all the answer can already already answer from Desi and Nikki. Actually, the MBKM is one of the wake-up call for the higher education. Yeah, like Nikki said, MBKM not only for the student. MBKM can be changed about the curriculum, can make a change for the lecture, about the study program, and also the higher education. This is one of the transformation for the higher education in Indonesia. And we hope from the collaboration project in Indonesia, I already share about one project or one perspective, and you can imagine if all the province, all the region in Indonesia can make a good collaborative project who relevant with all the stakeholder, relevant for the business, relevant for the government, relevant with the society, yeah, and also relevant for the education in the surrounding. So it can make like Nikki said before, we still about how to the impact about this MBKM, and also the two highlight from the MBKM is about how MBKM can make higher education relevant with the partner with the stakeholder, and also MBKM can the education can make a responsibility of all the parties, so it can make the ecosystem about the higher education in Indonesia. It can make the transform for the higher education. I think that's Doni.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Please allow me to draw a simple conclusion from our discussion and try to generalize this initiative from Indonesia to other countries. First, the government as the main stakeholder must be aware of the urgency of system change and play a major role in initiating or supporting stakeholders who innovate in system change. And second, the multi-stakeholder collaboration is an important requirement in system change. In my opinion, no single stakeholder can change the system without the support of other stakeholders. And the third, this strategy can be implemented in various levels. It doesn't have to be national level first, but even at the smallest regional government level, this can be done and initiated. So that's all today from us. Thank you very much for this beautiful and productive discussion. Hopefully it can be useful for all of us. Thank you very much and goodbye. Back to Cindy. Thank you.
Well,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much for the session. It was a pleasure, and we hope to have you again here. Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.